They say that we're not going to college at a high rate, but who's primarily the one responsible for nurturing, for empowering, and for believing in your child? You say all of these bad things about black men. If we're the problem, you're the reason. It's a common trope in the divestor community and in the anti-black league. Yeah, divestors, I'm talking about you. They always like to say black boys need to be deleted. Black boys are gonna grow up and hate their mothers. Black boys are a menace to society. But they never ask why.
Fuck the baby. What the baby? What the baby?
Fuck the baby.
Fuck the baby.
Give you the Bacardi.
I'm ready to say fuck the motherfucker. Ready to beat the motherfucking baby the fuck up.
You sound like a nigga.
Yo.
But wait!
It gets worse.
Studies have found that children that come from single mother households are 5 times more likely to delete themselves than children from both unbroken households and single father households. 9 times more likely to drop out of high school, 10 times more likely to abuse chemical substances, 14 times more likely to commit rape, and 20 more times likely to end up in prison, and 32 times more likely to run away from home. The list does not stop there. Single mother households also account for 70% of all teen pregnancies, 70% of all child deletions, and they account for the majority of filicide cases, which means yes, a child living in a single mother household is the most likely to be deleted by their parent. Fellas, if you grew up in a single family home, what was it like? What was your relationship with your mother, with your father? Ladies, what was it like for you growing up in a single mother household? How was your relationship with your father? Was he in your life? Did he co-parent? It's important that we have the discussion, so sound off in the comment section. It's a little known fact that sons grow up to hate the mother because of how the mother treats the son.
Yep.
We've already established that black women think less of their sons due to a study that was published many years ago. We already understand that there is a war against boys, as Christina Hoff Sommers wrote in her book. So why is it that so many women still continue to push this false narrative that black boys are dangerous and they're a menace to society because of lack of accountability for their role in the way their sons view black women?
I was just in here thinking, like, you wanna know what's really funny? Women get up on these apps and they complain about these men, this man, that man, the who man, right? About what he ain't do, about whatever, whop the bam. He ain't man enough, whop the bam. And I'm just thinking, like, majority of you women have sons. And y'all as mothers is doing the same thing that they mamas did to them. And y'all don't see a problem with it. Like, y'all don't see that.
Women hate accountability. Don't believe me? There's a story right now on social media that's going viral of a woman getting charged with a criminal offense because she entered a man's home, took video of him, posted it on the internet, and painted herself out to be a victim. What are women doing as we speak? They're siding with the woman. What happened when Brick Lady lied on men? Women sided with the woman. Whenever a woman makes any video about her experiences with a man or playing the victim, women always side with the woman.
Like, y'all be like, something, he don't take accountability, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, y'all don't teach y'all sons to take accountability now. Y'all not teaching y'all sons to be men now. Y'all think y'all is because you tell them to bring in the groceries. No. Y'all not really teaching them the principles or have any morals for women. Y'all are not. Y'all teaching y'all sons to go get fine shit. And I'm just like, well, I find it funny. Y'all complain about the men that's out here today, but y'all are doing nothing but recreating them right now.
The men that you see today that don't like black women are a result of black women. Black women oftentimes brag and complain and use this against black men. Black women often say, well, your literacy rate is so low, but it's the women that teach the kids. They say that we're not going to college at a high rate, but who's primarily the one responsible for nurturing, for empowering, and for believing in your child? You say all of these bad things about black men, but if we're the problem, you're the reason. If black women treated their sons better, loved their sons, took care of their sons, believed in their sons, went to bat for their sons, a lot of these issues would not exist. But y'all would rather complain online and divest from Blankistan than worry about the black community.
So it's going to be another female in the future that's going to be complaining about y'all sons not being men enough, can't take responsibility, ain't got no job, ain't doing nothing with their life, and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, that's going to be a lot of y'all sons. The same woman that's on here talking, that's going to be your son. A lot of y'all is going to be like that. That's why I found so funny.
This is why I'm kind of glad that they're pushing these types of women to not have children. Because we don't need more women that hate men in society. We have enough. So if they don't want to have children, if they want to go to the clinic, or they want to delete their babies, I say let them. Because I would rather see a society where men and women can get along than the society we have now. It would be beneficial to the world at large that divestors, radfems, feminists, 4B, and whatever other movement these crazy women are a part of, for them not to reproduce, so that in the next 10 to 15 years, we can usher in a new society and go back to what's working.
So what you gonna do if your partner say, damn, your mama fine, okay? Oh, that's what you gonna do?
It's so funny and cute, right? While he a little boy until he grew up to be a grown man who exhibits those same poor behaviors.
Yep.
And due to your lack of parenting, you set him out into the world where he's a menace to society and everybody else have to deal with your problems. These little YNs in training that y'all are setting out into the world for other people to have to deal with, and due to your lack of parenting, they out here terrorizing everybody to the point they having to send National Guards into different states to try to clean it up so people can feel halfway safe in their own neighborhoods.
I've been in my home for 5 years. And for the first time, my kids have been able to play in the backyard and be able to do it comfortably. I haven't heard a gunshot in 2 weeks.
Nobody should have to feel like they're a prisoner in their own home. Nobody should have it where they scared to go sit outside or their kids to be able to go out and play because your menace to society, sons, brothers, uncles, cousins are out there terrorizing the neighborhoods. And if anybody points out this obvious flaw, then they're anti-black.
These women are creating menace to society children that are going to go on and terrorize neighborhoods. Go to any urban black neighborhood in America. And what are you going to see? You're going to see single mothers. You're going to see broken homes, broken families, poor literacy, high crime, high drugs, no education. And you see this pattern in the Black community across multiple states, multiple counties, multiple places. And you wonder why the Black community is the way that it is.
Like I done said before, this got to be the most backwards community. Remember, this is the community that has bigger celebrations for somebody getting out of prison and jail than they do for graduating college. This is a group of people who treat baby showers like weddings. The same people who sit up and tell you that they unable to do different things and they unable to achieve certain goals, even though there's people who grew up in the same neighborhoods, live next door to them, who drawing circles around them in life. People who took the same situation that they grew up in and made something out of themselves. Meanwhile, they set up complaining and making excuses on why they couldn't. Y'all sit up and y'all help to create these minister societies who end up damaging our community, and then you sit up and try to act like you don't know how we got here. Most of these neighborhoods that we refer to as the hood was just regular neighborhoods. They were just regular neighborhood houses, apartments that people lived in, and then your minister society sons came in and ruined it.
And then when the neighborhood gets gentrified,
Yep.
and when they raise the rent to where our people can't afford the rent anymore, so we have to move out. Then after we move out, you start seeing a bunch of white folk, Indians, Asians, luxury cars on the street. And they do that because they don't want minister society children living in those neighborhoods. And if you raise the rent to a point to where the trash cannot afford it, they have to move into a lower income area. We can't just blame the man and ignore the woman. It's time for us to be honest and put blame where the blame needs to really be at. I'm not absolving men from our side. What I'm saying is that the women also contributed to the downfall of the Black community. Anyway, y'all, that's been it for today's video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.